you know what time it is. It's time for me and Sega. Yeah! Lead us out, Sega. Yeah!
Hey, Beard, you know what's better than one dab?
2 dabs.
Yes.
What's up, Sega? How you been, buddy?
I've been good.
Good. So, Sega, right out of the bat, I got to ask you a question. Well, actually, 2 questions. 1, how's work been? And 2, how long did you, all your coworkers, and your boss take to set up all the Beetlejuice like stuff at your work? Was it a long time to set all that stuff up?
Not that much actually.
Really? Okay. Fair enough. We
don't have a big giant cardboard standee for Beetlejuice like I was hoping. We don't have that. All we have is just posters, and that's about it.
I would have thought you would have had a big cardboard cutout, but you know what? Sega is right, you guys. Sometimes at movie theaters, Sega, I've noticed they just put out like a couple of collector's cups, a couple of posters, and that's it. And then there's no cardboard cutout. Then there's the reverse where they go nuts with it, and there's a whole bunch of shit, you know?
So, yes.
Yeah. Now, have you seen it yet, Sega?
No, I want to, though. This is definitely a movie I was waiting to go see. The last movie I went to go see was Twisters.
Now, how was that? I've been wanting to see Twisters, and I haven't seen Beetlejuice yet. Those are my next 2 movies to go and watch.
Twisters was okay, although when I went to go see it, though, there must have been, I think the power must have gone out during the movie or something like that, and I had to like them, and I remember being and I was like, watch, and the really weird thing is, I was at the movie theater that I was working at that night when I went to go see it, so of course I had to go out and let the manager and the worker know that evening. Oh yeah, the movie just quit working in like middle of the movie.
And how's the weather been, Sega, in Canada? Because here it's been raining like crazy today, all day raining.
It's been nice at least.
Yeah, nice fall weather.
Yeah, slowly transitioning to it though. Although fall isn't supposed to be for like a few weeks. Like not next, but like not this Sunday coming up, but next Sunday it's supposed to finally become.
Oh yeah,
fall. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Sega. The way it works in America, the minute it hits August, in Fears' brain, it's fall. The minute it hits August, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, I can safely say though, when I was a kid though, I figured though August was like a fall month to me because in Canada though, some people call fall autumn. So autumn, August, you get the idea yet?
Yep. Oh, I get it. As soon as I'm telling you, as soon as it hits August 1st, Fears is in that Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas mode where anything and everything happens, my friend. Oh, yeah. Sega, you missed a hell of a stream yesterday. We were going nuts. We went for 4 hours, and then before the 4-hour stream, I did like a 52-minute vlog, buddy. Did you watch it?
I watched the beginning, but no, I haven't fully watched it yet.
Whenever you get a chance, I know you're busy. Whenever you get a chance, you don't have to watch the whole vlog. So I can just watch some of it. Let me know what you think.
Yeah. Just like you yesterday, I was busy doing a giant stream on my Twitch channel.
That's why I didn't invite you, because I was like, because LC was on, and then I was like, oh, I'll invite Sega. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute. And while I was talking to LC, I quickly checked off camera to see if you were Twitch casting. I was like, oh shit, Sega is. I'm like, I don't want to bother him while me and LC are talking on camera. So while LC was talking,
you know what though? Even if you did send me the link, I wouldn't recognize until after. But yeah, afterwards I'd be giving you a lot of crap saying like, why did you send me the link?
Exactly.
Like, I'm live streaming. I live stream Sunday.
That's why
here you are sending me the link. Why do you do this?
That's why I double checked, Sega. I was like, all right. While LC is talking, I said, I'll listen to LC, but I quickly typed in your Twitch, and I said, all right, is Sega twitching as me?
I was playing Guitar Hero yesterday, and I was originally using this, the whammy bar is broken on this thing. I can't seem to like fix this whammy bar.
So man, that's awesome, dude.
So it said that I actually got the one that I actually used it back when I got the system and the game back then.
So was your whole Twitch game?
And then I started having problems with the buttons. I would I'd be pressing the system would not recognize me that I was pressing down the button. So I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, that's not good. I had to mash the buttons a few times just to get them to recognize again.
Yeah. So
who knows how long I was using this controller last.
Sega, were you playing guitar all day yesterday on Twitch, or just some of it?
Some of it, though. I was also I was continuing my one Pokemon challenge. I'm doing a one Pokemon challenge for years. Yeah. One Pokemon throughout the whole game. Yeah. And you can still have some other Pokemon on your team though, but they all have to be fainted. And their only excuses is just for HM use only, because in Pokemon you get cuts, and then you can cut down a certain bush. There's a serve to go on the water. You need fly, so then you can fly to other towns.
Yeah.
oh, snooze fest. Really? Fucking
Sega. I'm just playing around.
The strange thing is, I'm actually the one Pokemon challenge I'm using is Pidgey, and I'm thinking of and I'm not gonna bother and I was thinking though of giving Pidgey the fly, so I can still fly to other towns with my one only Pokemon though. But the other ones like Cut and Surf and Rock Slide and stuff, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna have different other Pokemon for like.
What's funny is, Sega, is the reason why I didn't send you the link, buddy. I thought, well, if I send it to him and he's Twitchcast, I'm like, I don't want to get Sega mad. First off, so while LC was talking, I was listening to LC, but I just quickly typed in your Twitch and then quickly glanced, and I'm like, okay, Sega's Twitchcasting. I won't send him the link. Clicked off of your Twitchcast, and as I was looking, you were playing Pokemon.
Oh,
so you had already finished your Guitar Hero stuff when I checked.
Actually, I was playing Pokemon first. I was playing Guitar Hero that evening instead.
Okay, well then whenever I checked, you were playing something. I don't know what you were playing something besides Guitar Hero. So it must have been the Pokemon stuff. Whenever I checked, because I checked right when LC came in. So this
is just the beginning though, Fears. For like every Pokemon game goes like this. So you have to get the 8 gym badges, and at the end of the game, you go through the Elite Four trainers in a row. No Pokemon rest in between. You're just going one trainer after another, and then you have a champion, trainer at the end, which is actually 5 trainers in a row. 5 trainers without a stop in between, without healing all your Pokemon. You can heal before you go battle the trainers, but afterwards, it's like you gotta load up with potions, full restores, and a lot of remedy healers and stuff.
So Sega, Whole Milk says Jet Force Gemini better be on that N64 game list. That's right, Sega. So today the topics today are we're gonna pick our top 10 favorite N64 games. Then we're gonna do our top 10 PlayStation 1 games, our PlayStation 1 games, and then we're gonna do the top 10 TV/movie inventions. Anything invented on.
I'm almost done though talking about Pokemon though. For the Generation 2 games, for the Generation 2 games, Pokemon Silver, Gold, Crystal, and what I'm playing right now, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. After you beat the Elite Four, you finally get to you're starting off in Johto at the start of the game. You eventually go to Kanto from Generation 1.
Sega, keep talking. I have to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
And by the time I go to Kanto, I plan to get another Pokemon for Kanto Fears, but you go use the bathroom.
Yep, I'll be right back. Go ahead and keep talking, Sega. Anime it up, buddy.
Have you played Sonic Black Knight? I've heard of Sonic and the Dark Knight, Eevee, but no, I haven't played that game. Although I do have Sonic and the Secret Rings. It's very similar though, but instead of being in medieval times though, but this is Sonic going through I guess going through Arabian Nights, I guess. Instead it's Arabian Nights instead of instead it's taking place in Arabian Nights instead of medieval times. What about Orange Islands, Sega Camp? I never heard of the Orange Islands. You mean from Fire Red and Leaf Green? The only problem is though, I'm kind of familiar with a little bit of it though, because I have seen someone talk about Fire Red and Leaf Green, but no, I have not traveled the Orange Islands in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
All right, I'm back. Yo, big shout out to Mrs. Immortal and Home Milk. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, Sega, that's what we're doing today. We're gonna do the top 10 N64.
Johnny Adele have something extra going on, in my opinion. Oh, geez,
so Sega,
no.
We're gonna do the top 10 N64 games, then the top 10 PlayStation 1 games, and then the top 10.
It should be actually PS1, but I won't give you a psych. He said PLS1 games.
That's right. I'll switch it. PS1. That's what I meant to write. I wrote it wrong by accident. So yeah. And then, last but certainly not least, we'll do the top 10 TV and movie inventions. So anything
I'm probably gonna be a bit of a nut though. I'm not gonna know much about PS1 games. I don't know jack about the series about the PS1.
You've never played it.
Let me tell you something right now, though, Fears. I've heard of the system back then, but I never ever got the PS1. You want to know why?
Really? You never played a PlayStation 1 game?
We can kind of blame Sony's marketing campaign for how they advertise the system, but here in Canada, in particular, they were advertising it like for like the teens, young adults, that kind of genre. And I know, and I was growing up in the 90s. I was still a little kid. I didn't felt like I was part of that group, so I never did get the PS1.
Oh, wow. So you never played PS1 games like at a friend's house or whatever?
Yeah, I never did have a PS1. Instead, I ended up asking my parents for the N64. When the N64 got announced, that was definitely a go-to system I wanted.
Well, Sega, when we get to that topic, you can skip that one since you never played it, and I'll do it. So yeah, what's up, Danny? Well, real quick, Sega, let's get that one out of the way. I'll do my PlayStation 1 games since Sega never played it. All right, here we go.
Although it's not all for loss, though, Fears.
Top 10 PS1 games.
It's not entirely all for a loss.
Yeah. Let's see here. What is that? Resident Evil 2. Oh, nice, buddy. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm playing the remake. All thanks to the remake, Fears. We can thank the remake. In 2019, the remake came out. I was live streaming the remake. I didn't play the original. The remake made me want to get the original game.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right, well, my very first game, you would think it would have been Resident Evil, Sega on PS1. It wasn't.
And I got Tomb Raider.
Oh, nice. I love it. I love it.
Apparently, I also have, I do have a PS1 game of the Game of Life.
And Sega, it's not Laura Croft. Some asshole named her Lara Croft. When we all know that it's Laura. Not Laura, Lara Croft. So whoever said that was an idiot.
And I do have an obscure Yu-Gi-Oh game for PS1.
Oh Lord, Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, there it is.
This is not good though, Fears. You're not missing much. In this game, you're just merging monsters together. Well, that's you're just merging monsters together. There's nothing related to the card game whatsoever. It's really this is before the anime came out.
All right, right on.
I don't know who decided just to go make an obscure version off the card game and just have it be where you just merge the monsters. That makes no sense.
I hear you. Yeah, I contemplate that every day, Sega. All right, so Sega, since you've never played PlayStation 1 games, I'm going to go first. You would think my very first game would have been Resident Evil. It wasn't. The very first PlayStation 1 game I ever played was Driver. So Driver is first.
I'm surprised you never played Battle Arena Toshinden. You're missing that. You're not missing much, Fears. A really broken, clunky fighting game, and it was pretty bad.
What's it called?
Battle Arena Toshinden.
Is that anime, Sega?
No, it's a fighting game like Street Fighter.
All right, that's a relief. All right, so Driver, and then I'm gonna go with
there. I left it there in the chat for you, Fears. That's what it was called.
Awesome. All right, this next one.
You're not missing much, though, Fears. Like I said, a really broken, clunky PS1 game. You're not missing much. And this came out at launch with the PS1. It was bad.
Right on. All right. So the first one, Sega, is Driver. The second one, gotta be Resident Evil 1. Number 2 is Resident Evil 2.
Ooh, nice.
So we got Driver, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2. Danny makes a good point. I did play some Tony Hawk because Eric, my buddy, was really into Tony Hawk. So we played Tony Hawk. So I'm going to put that down. I did play Tetris, Sega, on PlayStation 1. There was a Tetris game for PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I'm kind of familiar that there was a Tetris game. There was even 5. I do know that there were, get this, Fears. Prepare to have your jaw dropped. 5 Namco Museum games.
Oh Lord!
And you're probably wondering, why did they make 5? N, A, M, C, and O.
Oh shit!
How's that for craziness?
That's pretty nuts, Sega. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. If you ever get the discs, each one of them will have a letter. The first one will have the letter N. The letter one will be the letter A. The third one will be the letter M. The fourth one is the letter C, and the fifth one is finally O.
All right, Sega. The next one, Twisted Metal, man. The very first one, Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah, that's a good game. Yeah, you see, I do know some games though. These are like, this is like decades later after, but yeah.
So, and then of course, Sega, Crash Bandicoot. Oh yeah, a little bit of Crash. So I need 3 more. I'm going to Google, Sega, real quick because my memory is not better.
Crash Bandicoot 2 or 3.
I played the very first one. The very first one on PlayStation, Crash Bandicoot. I've never played 2 or 3.
You're missing out, man. All these years later, they remade them again.
The first Tekken game, Tekken.
Oh yes, Tekken's actually pretty good.
Tekken's and then I'm gonna put the very first Tomb Raider.
Obviously, Tomb Raider was a solid game because Lara Croft was Indiana Jones during the 90s. She was everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, she was kind of like a female Indiana Jones kind of ish character. All right,
yeah.
I need one more. Let's see here. Metal Gear Solid, number 1, Sega. Sega, did you? I was about to ask if you played it, but you never played PlayStation games. Sega, you were missing out. Metal Gear Solid was.
Yeah, I know. I'm really missing out on PS1 games.
It was such a good game, Sega. So
let's just be honest, up here. By the time I got the PS3 in 2011, I decided to finally start. I finally decided to start downloading PS1 classics because strangely enough, they had a PlayStation Store. And you could get PS1 games, and at the time, though, they still had PS1 games that you could download and play on your PS3. So nice. I remember I got the director's cut of Resident Evil. I got there was even Mega Man games remade again for the PS1, like the old classic Mega Man games on the NES and Famicom. They made Japanese ports only for Japan though, but you could still play them on the PS1, and it was actually pretty cool.
Sega, check it out. Lord Visions is in the chat. Yo, Visions, what's up? Shuffler's here. He says, anyone drinking coffee? Not today, Shuffler. Fears decided to go with some liquid death water because I was just too damn lazy to make some coffee today, Sega. So I just grabbed a water. So, yeah. Sega, have you ever had this? It is the most amazing water of all time. Have you ever had this drink?
Gotta be honest, never heard of it.
It's really good, buddy. Liquid death. It's so good. Love it. Love it.
I'm sure it's really good, though. I'm sure it's really good stuff.
Trust me, it's good. So, my top 10 PS1 games. My very first game ever was Driver. Then Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Tony Hawk, Tetris, Twisted Metal, Crash Bandicoot, Tekken, Tomb Raider, and Metal Gear Solid. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Sega. Before we move on to another topic, I got to ask you this. At some point, I don't care. Either I'm going to come visit you, you're going to come visit me. If you came to Florida, what would you want to do first?
Ooh.
I mean,
from there?
Sky's the limit. You could stay at Casa de Fears. I would take the couch. You could sleep in my bedroom. Or vice versa. You could sleep on the couch, whatever. Or
probably you could take me to Disney World.
Disney World? That's what's up. What else?
You know, like let's be honest though. I'm in St. Thomas. There's not really an amusement park here. There's nothing. And every time when I like the closest one that we have is Canada's Wonderland, and that's like and we're talking like driving out towards Toronto to go there
so
for
like, is it like a theme park or is it more like a carnival?
It's an amusement park, like Disney World. Like we're talking a huge place like Disney World.
Okay, got it. I was just curious.
In fact, I got a giant map of like the whole layout of the whole park now.
So did your family ever when you were little take any family vacations like to America? Did you guys ever do that?
Sadly no.
Oh man, Sega.
We almost did go to Disney World after we moved here though, but sadly it never did happen. Let's just say though we originally were supposed to, but something happened, and in the end, that plan of us going to Disney World just fell through the cracks, and it never did happen.
Sega, another thing I'll do is I'll take you to the beach, buddy, and we'll hit on hot chicks and babes, and we'll drink on the beach, and we'll get drunk, buddy. Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
We'll hit on some hot, sexy babes on the beach. I'll just go up to a lady and be like, excuse me, get your little sweet ass over here. How can you deny the Sega Camp Gamer? Get on over here, babe. That's what I'll do.
You know what you do? You just walk right over and be like, you know what, my friend over there is shy. You just no. I'll just say him from like a fair few feet away, and then afterwards you just walk right over to her and be like, my friend over there is actually shy. But
see, Sega, I'm a good wingman because
you are hot.
Sega, I'm a good wingman because you're shy. Guess what? The Fears man is not shy. I will go up to any chick. I don't care if she's the most hot, sexy.
You are sexy as hell. So my friend wants me to do this.
Exactly. So I would make a great wingman. I'd be like, yo, babe, what's up? I'm Fears. You already know me, you know. And then I'm like, but you don't know the Sega Camp Gamer over there. He's got this green robe on that's like flowing in the wind. You got to go talk to him. And she'd be like, really? Who's the Sega Camp Gamer? I'm like, that's the Sega Camp Gamer. Get your little sexy ass over there and start talking to my friend. And then we would, we would be boozing with the hot chicks. All right, Sega. So Disney World, beach babes. What else? What else would you want to do?
Ooh.
What else?
I really don't know, actually. Like, I never did go to Florida, though.
Sega, I definitely would take you to Universal Studios. For sure.
I don't think I would go see the Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay Lightning, though. I'm not a fan of Tampa Bay Lightning. And even and Florida Panthers kind of angered me after 1 year where the Leafs beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the next team was the Florida Panthers, and I'm like, if Florida Panthers eliminated them, but I'm like thinking to myself, like, what the hell? You guys just couldn't get out of Florida. Guys just couldn't.
Say, I'll tell you this much: we won't see any sports while you're here. The minute we go see sports is when I come to visit you, and we go see either the Maple Leafs or a St. Thomas local team.
Oh, we have St. Thomas Stars here. Or better yet, how about this, Fears?
Yes.
I'll take you to London, and we can go see the London Knights, OHL.
That's cool. Sega, I don't care what team we go and play, as long as I get to have a couple beers with the Sega Camp Gamer and eat some donuts and eat some foot-long hot dogs and watch some hockey with the Sega Camp Gamer. I don't care what team we go see.
Or pizza. We could get some pizza at the...
Oh, I'm in Canada, man. We got to eat Tim Hortons, drink coffee, drink...
Oh, okay. I'm
pizza in America, Sega. It'll be Tim Hortons until they're spewing out of my fucking ear drinking beer, going nuts with Sega Camp Gamer, going crazy.
You're not missing much though, because Tim Hortons is like Dunkin' Donuts. You ever had Dunkin' Donuts?
I have.
Pretty much the same thing. Although the only thing that makes them a Tim Hortons a little different is that we also have Timbits, which is also like a small donut just rolled up in.
I've been wanting to try these forever. I'll give you an example though, Sega.
Like a little ball size thing, like this big, and you can actually chew it down within a second. I'll
tell you this much, Sega. If you ever come to America, I won't even let you eat a Dunkin' Donut. Dunkin' Donuts are okay. Their coffee is amazing. The actual donut, it's okay. It's all right. But the coffee is fucking amazing. And that lightning just scared the shit out of me. Did you hear that?
God. I'm like, what the heck was that all about?
I was talking to you and I kind of went like that because I wasn't expecting that lightning. It is pouring down outside. It's thunder, it's lightning, it's raining. So I apologize, but that kind of scared the shit out of me just for 2 seconds. So yeah. But I was talking and I kind of went like that because I didn't expect it to be that loud, Sega. So yeah. Anyway, Sega, Vision says Castlevania Symphia.
Yes, that's another good PS1 game.
So you didn't play it. Did you ever watch someone play it?
Oh, wait, Symphony of the Night? Are you serious?
It says Castlevania Symphony.
I actually downloaded it on my PS1. I actually downloaded it on my PS3, but still. Yeah, I am kind of familiar with the game. I actually made it to the inverted castle, which is like the later half of the game. You go through the whole of a castle first, and then if that's not enough, you then go through an upside down version of the castle.
Sweet,
hardest bosses. Mostly you're in the Final Toccata theme that plays when you're exploring most of the upside down castle, but the moments where I hear Lost Paintings, I am crying in tears of joy because I love Lost Paintings. Hey,
that was a lot of passion, Sega. All right, Sega, are you ready for the top 10 N64 games? So
yeah, I guess.
Grab yourself a piece of paper and a pencil. Are you ready?
I'm actually going to go get a few cartridges myself. I'll be back.
All right, grab yourself a piece of paper and a pencil. I haven't played N64 in forever, but I got a few games already ready to go. I'm trying to think of some more. Let's see here. Let me see here. NWO. NWO has to be on there. That definitely has to be on there. Let's see here. All right, Sega, you ready?
I guess.
All right, I'm going to go first. So, right off the bat, Sega, Mario 64, right off the bat.
That's a pretty good start of the list because, yeah, that game came out at launch of the system.
Loved it. And then the second one, Eric got me into wrestling, so he made me buy NWO. And me and Eric would play that N64 and wrestle game all the time. So NWO. Okay, let's see here. What else? GoldenEye, for sure. GoldenEye. Me, my brother, and my buddy Eric, Sega probably played GoldenEye more than any other game.
Yeah, because that was like the killer app for the N64 right there.
It was like one of the best first-person shooter games. It was amazing. Let's see what's next. Let's see. We got NWO, Mario 64, GoldenEye. Sega, do you remember? It was. I don't remember the name of the game, but you could do trick shots and trick snowboarding. It was a snowboarding N64 game. Me and my brother used to play it a lot. I don't remember.
I know of 1080 snowboarding, but
that's what it was. That's what it was. 1080.
Yeah, I think that was an N64 game. Let me check.
I'm pretty sure it was N64 because my brother bought it and we used to play it all the time. I didn't buy that, but my brother and me shared the N64 growing up, and so if my brother bought a game for it, I would play it, and then I would look at my brother and be like, "Hey man, I just got this," and then me and my brother would play it.
Oh yes, yeah, it was N64. It came up for N64.
And then there was another game, Sega, where you were like,
I don't remember this about back then because I never heard of this game until the Virtual Console on the Nintendo Wii.
And Sega, you're the video game master, so if I describe this next game, I don't remember the name of it, but I remember me and my brother playing it. I remember it was kind of like Mario Go-Kart, but it wasn't Mario Go-Kart. You were this little monkey on an island, and you were traveling through the water, and you were on the island.
Fierce.
Yes. Is that what it is?
Is this it?
I can't really see it, Sega. What is it? Diddy Kong. That's what it was. Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong Racing. That's what this game was called.
That's what it was. Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, I have the game, and yeah, I rented this game a few times as well. I couldn't stop. And this is like one of my favorite games. I saw this game, and then I was like, I gotta play this game, and yeah, I had a blast. It was fun.
It was great. It was great. And then speaking of Mario Go-Kart, Mario Go-Kart 64.
Yeah, Mario Kart 64 was pretty good too.
I actually played Mario Go-Kart 64 more than Diddy Kong Racing, but me and my brother played our fair share of Diddy Kong Racing, let me tell you. All right, what's next? I got 4 more. So, Sega, get thinking of yours because we're going to go to you after I get done with my list. Oh, God, what else? Let's see here. Sega, they made a Jurassic Park game on N64, didn't they?
I remember one on the iMac computers, but I don't think that. Actually, there is one that I think of though, but it was actually bad though. But I don't know. I don't know. There was one for.
There was one on. There was one on Super.
There was a Turok. They made Turok on N64. Was that it?
No. That's not it. Maybe they didn't. I know they made a Jurassic Park on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Oh man, I can't. Let's see.
Maybe they did, Fierce. Have a look at this. Give me a sec here.
Let's see here. I think they did, Sega. Because I remember playing it.
I'm looking at a Jurassic Park game for N64, but just the cartridge though, and it has the rated T for teen in the corner with the Universal logo in the middle, it also has the N64 logo with the little gold certification Nintendo thing on the corner.
They did. Yeah, they did. Because I remember playing it. I played all of it. I played the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo game of it. I played the Sega Genesis game of it. It just took me a minute because I was trying to. This has been a while since I played N64 games. Let's see what else. What else did I play? Sega. I may only have 7 because that's all I can remember. But I'm trying to remember. Let's see what else. I'm gonna have to go to Google. I'm gonna have to go to Google and look up some games because I can't. I think that's all I can remember. I remembered 7 games. So give me 1 second. Let's see here. I
pretty much have my list completed.
Sega, I did play a little bit of Zelda. Not a lot, but I did play a little bit of Zelda on N64. So I'm gonna put Zelda down.
Well, that's a good choice.
Because I didn't own it, but I played it at my friend's house, and he was really into it. I mean, he loved it. So I guess that kind of counts. So, because I don't want to take all day with my list. So let's see. What else? What else have we got here? Let's see here.
How about Majora's Mask? Have you played Majora's Mask? It's sequel.
Oh, Mario Golf, Sega. Me and my brother played a lot. Mario Golf.
Ooh. Good choice.
Mario Golf, and then the last one. Let's see here. Let's see what else. I mean, pretty much out of this whole list, Sega, the most I played on N64. Me and my brother played a lot of Mario 64, a shitload of GoldenEye. Me and Eric played a shitload of NWO, and then me and my brother and Eric also played a shitload of Mario Golf. But I'm trying to pick like one last one. Let's see here. What else? Didn't they make a Tetris game, Sega, for N64?
I don't think so. I don't think we got a Tetris game for N64.
Okay, maybe it was the other one. Oh yeah, it was PlayStation. I played it on
actually, although we did actually get Dr. Mario 64, that came at the very end though, but only us about gamers here in North America. They didn't make it for. It came at the very end, and it was only released here in North America, but it never did get a release for audiences in Japan until the game.
Help me out with this game. Help me out with this game. My brother bought it. I don't remember the name of it. We used to play this. My brother is really into cars. It was a racing car game for N64. Do you remember what it was called? Because I remember playing that a lot with him.
Do you know what the game is called?
I don't remember the name. That's why I was asking you, Sega. You're the video game master.
If my chance look like this.
Sega, you were on point today. That's what it is.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Rush 2 Extreme Racing USA.
That's what it was. Yeah. As soon as I saw the red car, I was like,
3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
right. That's how the announcer starts off the race. He's like 3, 2.
Yeah, way to go with the assist, my friend. Way to go with the assist, because I was like, damn. As soon as I saw the red car, I'm like, that's the fucking game my brother bought, you know? So yeah.
Yeah, I used to play this game a lot as well. This is one of my favorite. This is again was another one of my rentals I got a lot as a kid.
Oh, Eddie.
In fact, Bad Fears, you can actually remod the cards yourself. If you have a memory card, you pop in the memory card, and then afterwards you can set up you could remod all the cards to your own design, and then afterwards when you go right back to playing the game again, they're all saved on the memory card.
Real quick, Sega, I want to ask Visions a question. Visions, is that what it was? Was the game I'm thinking of just NWO, or was it WCW versus NWO? Or was that a completely different game? Was NWO like on its own a game? I'm trying to remember, Sega, because me and Eric played a shitload of it. I can't remember if the game that Eric made me buy was the one that Visions is talking about, or if just NWO was like a thing on its own. I can't remember. So that's why I asked Visions. So Visions, were they two different games?
Actually, it was all one game, Fears. I'm looking at the game box right now. WCW
it was all one game.
NWO.
Okay. So
WCW versus NWO.
And that's what it was. That's the one that Eric made me buy. So for a minute, Visions, I thought it was just NWO. So, because that's what I remember. I remember that in the title. That's the game, Sega, that Eric made me buy. The one that Visions just said. Eddie, if Visions wants the link, I will send him the link, and Visions can come on in, and he can hang out.
Link, you still have it saying hell yeah to you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to take that off. I'm sorry, Sega.
I'm like thinking, did he just like forget that he put it in the chat?
I forgot to take that off, Sega. I apologize. There we are. He says there was a ton of wrestling games, but WCW versus NWO World Tour was cool. They had a King of the Ring. I never got that one, Visions. I'm telling you, as soon as I picked this topic, I was like, I know for a fact I'm going to put the one that Eric made me buy. And I actually did enjoy it. Just Eric would always come over to my house, was like, Fears, I know you're not into wrestling a lot like me and Trent, but he goes, me and Trent play this game all the time. He goes, buy it, so whenever I come over to your house, whenever I come over to your house, Fears, we can play it. I was like, all right, fair enough. So I bought it. Then I started to like it because me and Eric would verse each other. And I was like, all right. I'm like, I like wrestling. Not as much as Trent and Eric, but I'm like, I do like wrestling. All right, Sega. Before I send Visions the link, let's do your top 10.
Well, strangely enough, though, Fear, though, for number one, I didn't play Super Mario 64 like everybody else, though, but I do, but you know what? I picked it off, but I did pick off the first game that I got with my Nintendo 64.
Okay, lay it on me.
It is Cruisin' World, baby.
Cruisin' World. I've never played that. Cruisin' World. All right.
Well, you're missing out, Fears.
And
then there's a Cruisin' World mode.
Version. What's a 10-second version of the game? Cruisin' World. What is it?
Wait. You're telling me you never heard of Midway? Like Midway made 3 cruising games for the N64. There was and they made them in the arcade first before they got ported onto the N64. We had Cruisin' USA, Cruisin' World, and the last one that I didn't really play too much of, and I wish I did back when the N64 was still relevant, was Cruisin' Exotica.
Sega, I'll be honest, I've never heard of it and I've never played it. So what's the game about? Cruisin' World, what is it?
Basically you're just about racing a bunch of opponents with a time limit and trying to like finish the whole area by getting in third place or better. What type of racing game, Sega? Like motorcycles or cars? It's cars. Okay. Just like Rush. Rush, though, you're driving cars, though. Gotcha. Although Rush is actually a little more extreme, though, because in Rush, you can actually crash the cars and smash them up, and then they explode, and then you respawn them back onto the track again with the car fully fixed up, though. But in Cruisin' World, though, it's just they toned it down, though, so you're just doing boosts and everything. Sega, Rezzy is here. Yo, Rezzy, what's up? Okay. Good to see you. All right, Sega. So Cruisin' World is first. What's next? I decided to go with one of the Mario Party games, so I'm sticking with the third game in the series, Mario Party 3. All right, so Mario Party 3. All right, what's next? Just like you, Feared, you inspired me in a way. Yes. Oh, shit, yeah, GoldenEye. Hell yeah. Yes, I have the game too. All these years later, I bought this after I moved out. I was lucky enough to find this at a pawn shop for like $20. So this was a steal. Sega, let's be honest. Every young man as a kid played GoldenEye. They played it, they enjoyed it. You played like multiplayer, killing a bunch of motherfuckers. Then if you weren't killing your friends in multiplayer. Strangely enough, before I got my hands on this one though, Fear, somebody already beat him 007 mode twice. Oh shit, yeah. Twice! Put it back on us. Hang on, beat 007 mode. Put it back on both of us, Fears, please. Hang on, Sega. All I'm gonna say is this: when every young man in the chat, when you were young, you either were killing your friends in multiplayer, killing a bunch of motherfuckers, or you loved crushing those James Bond levels, throwing those proximity mines all over the fucking place. All right, Sega, go ahead. Someone beat him in 007 mode twice. Nice. Twice. I would do this twice, but I appreciate it because now I can go. We can go set up multiplayer mode, set up all the cheats with all the guns and infinite ammo and everything, and turn off the radar for multiplayer mode. So it's like a really random. So it's like a random guessing game of where we are. All we have to know is just about the layout of the whole of the multiplayer map that we're on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Sega, when I come to visit, we should get totally drunk and play GoldenEye drunk off our minds. That's what we should do. Yes, of course. So I'll buy some Crystal Skull vodka. There has to be some in Canada because the motherfucker that made it was born in Canada. So there's got to be tons of that shit over there. That is crazy that you said that, Rezzy. That is crazy that Rezzy. Look at what she said in the chat. She says top 10 N64 games. I think Zelda will be in the list. Oh, for sure, Rezzy. Ocarina of Time is what I know. I know. That is number 4, Fears. Ocarina of Time. Okay, Ocarina
of Time. Is Zelda in the title? Is it Zelda Ocarina of Time, Sega?
It's actually supposed to be called The Legend of Zelda, but
Okay.
yeah, that's but yeah, it's they're supposed to be called The Legend of Zelda though, but I always call them Zelda for short, just to save time because
Well,
like I said, they always make it be The Legend of Zelda, and then there's always some sort of title after that.
So I just wrote down. I wrote down Zelda Ocarina of Time. How about that?
Like, in fact, though, if I showed you my list right now on Notepad, I just call it Zelda Ocarina of Time, not The Legend of Zelda. I just saved him a space for Zelda. In fact, Ocarina of Time, viewers, get this. When Zelda Ocarina of Time was on the way to being released, though, it was actually called Zelda 64 for short. How's that for irony?
Shuffler says, "You drinking coffee yet, Fierce?" No, I decided to go with some liquid death today. No coffee today. Because I had 2 cups yesterday, Sega, and I was wired beyond belief.
Okay, so you're ready for the next game?
I'm ready, Sega. Nice. Rush.
Yes. Yeah, you inspired me right when you mentioned about the 2 cars. Of course, I had to put this on the list.
Well, me and my brother would play it for hours, and I'm not real. I like to drive cars. My brother just loves cars in general, everything about them. And I looked at my brother, and he's like, "I know this is boring you, right, John?" And I remember him saying that. I said, "You're my younger brother. As long as you're having fun, I'm having fun. All right, buddy?" And then I eventually started liking the game, but at first I didn't like the game, but we played so much of it, I was like, well, now I'm actually starting to like the fucking game,
Yeah.
But at first I didn't like it. I was like, oh, God. I'm like, my mom and dad are going to make me play this game just because my brother likes it. But then I actually started to like it. All right, Sega, bam out number 6. What's number 6?
No, strangely enough, though, this is actually something my parents used to like playing on the system all the time, but here we are. This is called Virtual Pool 64.
Shit, I wish I would have played that when I was a kid. That one passed me by.
Yeah, you're missing out on a really good pool.
I never played that one.
They even have there's even a rotation mode where all the balls are on the table, but they have a bunch of ridiculous. They have a bunch of strict rules, but if you can actually get them down, the game is a lot of fun. And I know, and you gotta. First off, though, you got to go through a set of rules, though, and if you get 3 fouls, you lose, and then you will lose the game, and then right afterwards, and the other players declared the winner if you go through 3 fouls.
I wish I would have played that game growing up, Sega, but I'll be honest, me and my dad played real pool tons of times. Me and my grandpa played pool. Me and my brother played pool. Sega, have you ever played, like, real actual pool, like billiards?
Yes, I'm familiar with pool as well, though this was also kind of one of the reasons why when I discovered this game, I wanted to actually play it on the N64.
Now, who did you play pool with? Did you play pool with your dad?
Actually, though, when I was a kid, during the late 90s to the early 2000s, though, my dad actually had a friend named Rick, and I would always go over to his house, and yeah, he would have a pool table in the basement.
So you and Rick would play pool. Nice. All right, cool.
I think so, or maybe it might have been me and my dad, perhaps. I don't know. I
hear you. The older we get, Sega, the harder it is to remember stuff, especially.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
It is. I'm gonna be 41, and I remember half my day. Half the day I remember. The other half of the day, it's either up here somewhere and I remember it later on, or I don't remember it all, or I take a nap, or a combination of all 3, Sega. So there it is.
Sometimes, yeah, and you know what though? But I can say I'm in the same loop. I get up in the morning, and sometimes I feel wide awake, but sometimes my mind is drawing a blank on what to do first, or sometimes, or eventually, though, I just find out though I need to go back to bed, get more sleep, or something like that. It's really sad.
So Sega. Something was bothering me yesterday. I could not remember it for the death of me. Visions, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We were talking about Star Trek the other day. Have you ever seen Deep Space Nine, Sega?
No, although I have heard of it.
But Yakov, whenever you watch this, I told it to Yakov and Visions yesterday and everybody else watching. Visions, I could not remember for the death of me what Quark's alien race is called. I finally remembered it today while I was eating lunch. I watched another episode of Deep Space Nine. Ferengi. Finally, I remember that shit. Sega, it was driving me nuts yesterday. His alien race is called the Ferengi. That took me forever to remember, Visions. Oh my god. All right, Sega, what's number 7?
Number 7 is this game.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Yep.
Okay.
Diddy Kong Racing. This is another solid game right here that I have.
It was. Me and my brother played it all the time. Sega, there was one weapon in it. You know, like where you would drive across and you would push this button and all these red lasers would come around your vehicle. What was that? Do you remember that weapon in Diddy Kong Racing? So you would drive and you would kind of like Mario Racing.
I remember something similar, but what I'm thinking of is actually from Mario Kart 64, the red turtle shells, and yeah, you can launch off the red shells, and it would actually lock onto like the player ahead of you and knock them out, and then right afterwards,
in Diddy Kong Racing, you would push a button. You would push a button, and a red laser would go all the way around.
Although in Diddy Kong Racing, there's something similar like that I do know of actually, but it was actually a lock-on missile. So first up though, there's a red balloon you grab and you get a missile, but yeah, this one doesn't do anything when you fire it. It just shoots off straight, yeah, and it doesn't lock onto anything. It just simply goes off ahead and then it explodes. And maybe it could maybe stun the player out a little bit, but nothing too special.
I'll be honest, but
if you hit the balloon twice, it becomes a lock-on missile, and right when you fire it, though, you'll see a crosshair go for like the enemy and for like the closest of a cart right in front of you, and it'll knock that person off the road.
Would you say? I think this is correct. I agree with you. Would you say? And I just want your opinion. Would you say the missile is the best weapon on Diddy Kong Racing? I think so.
Sort of. I actually like getting the blue balloons better though. I get the boosts with the blue balloons.
I mean,
the first one though is like just a normal boost, but then the second one though becomes a power up, and then you see the flame will turn blue, and a third one will make it turn purple. And then once you finally use it, you just see the camera go like right behind the cart at first, and you see the car go like woof right off straight ahead.
My two favorite is the missile.
So very quickly, go like poof.
So my two favorites, Sega, whatever that red laser that would go around in a ring around your car, that was my first favorite weapon. Because if somebody bumped into you, it like fried the shit out of them. Because there was a red glowing laser that went all the way around your go-kart. So that was the first one. And then the missile was my second favorite. Those are my two. I mean, the boost was cool, but those were my two favorite weapons on Diddy Kong.
Oh, wait a sec. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. The force
that red laser? Yeah.
The force field power-up. Yeah, that thing actually was actually like a protective barrier from other attacks, though.
Yeah,
if you actually knew if you actually saw a lock-on missile or anything coming from behind, and you saw anything trying to hit you, you could activate the force field, and this little red force field thing would go right around the car.
Yeah, it's great because if they shot a missile at you, it would deflect it. Also, if anyone ran into you, it like fried the shit out of them because it was a massive red laser force field that like went around you. That's what it was. I couldn't remember. I remember bits and pieces of it. That was the best weapon in my opinion.
Are you ready for number 8, Fears?
I'm ready, Seg. I was born ready.
Sadly, I don't have this game. I wish I did, though. I really wish I did. Maybe sometime next year I may actually go get it. And this is a nod that you said, Mario Golf.
Oh yeah,
Mario Golf 64. I'm calling it Mario Golf. I'm lovingly calling it Mario Golf 64 because just to differentiate it though, because there was also one for Game Boy Color, and you could actually play the characters that you made on the Game Boy Color, and you could play on the N64.
Sega, it was so good. Mario Golf was epic. I loved it. All right, number 9, Sega.
Number 9, strangely enough, I'm going with a Zelda game again, Majora's Mask.
What is it?
It's sequel. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask. Okay.
This game, though, Fears, is a little different because first up, though, I remember though that Nintendo had I remember this game was about you had to get the expansion pack back then to play it on the N64, which is kind of a bad. We're looking back on it now though, because this game only has 4 dungeons in the game, but from this game though, you have a 3-day time limit, and you're stopping a moon from crashing down, causing Armageddon.
Nice. Sega, keep talking. I'm going to send Visions the link. Visions, I'm going to send you the link. If you want to come in, you're more than welcome. If you don't want to, I understand. I always throw you the option because we're buddies. So, because Eddie wanted you to.
The game is although the 3 days, although once you get the Ocarina back though, Feared, you can reset the 3-day cycle every time, and it does keep certain things like the items that you get in the dungeons though. You still keep the weapons though. There's no ammo though for the things though, so you still have to buy them at a shop, or maybe go out to Termina, the place outside Clocktown where you always start the game. You always start in Clocktown for a start though, and then right afterwards you go out to Termina, fight the enemies, and finally fill up your ammo or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I also like collecting rupees for the bank. Get this, Fears. Oh, one of the wallets is actually from the bank, and you have to deposit 200 rupees just to get your first wallet in the game.
Okay.
That's for craziness.
Oh, okay, Visions. Visions says, I'm out taking a delivery right now in the truck. Okay, I got you. Well, if you get back in time after your delivery, Visions, I dropped it in your Discord. In your Discord messenger. So if you get home in time and you want to come in for a couple minutes, you're more than welcome. I understand, though, if you're busy with your business. I completely understand. All right, Sega.
There's a reason that I put this at number 9. This game came out in the year 2000, and the GameCube came out in 2001, and this was the last. And for number 10, I had to put this at the bottom of the list because this was one of the last few games that Nintendo released for the N64.
All right, lay it on me.
Paper Mario.
Oh, yeah, Paper Mario. Oh, yeah.
This game was really good. Have you played this, Fears?
I have played it. I never owned it, Sega. I played it at my friend's house, but I never owned Paper Mario.
Someday, though, Fears, you come here, we're gonna play. We're gonna get a randomizer going of the game.
Oh yeah. Well, Sega, there's
although we'll have to play it cautiously though. Once we go inside the Shy Guy toy box, for some obscure reason, some of the Shy Guys in the toy box just crashes the game, and it's unplayable after that. And that reset the game.
Sega, there's a couple of games. There's a couple of games that I literally want to play with you. I want to play.
So we go inside the toy box. We'll have to save at every save block we find because, like I said, one of those Shy Guys just crash the game.
So Sega, we're gonna have to get a randomizer because, and I'll help you pay for it or whatever. Before I come and visit, I want to play these games. I want to play GoldenEye with you. I want to play Mario 64. I want to play Diddy Kong Racing. I want to play Jurassic Park on Sega Genesis. I want to play Super Mario Brothers 3. I want to play the original Mario game, like the original NES, like Duck Hunt. That one. I want to play. I want to play the first.
Or would you play Fears? Would you ever play a randomizer of Super Mario Brothers 3?
Yeah, we can do that as long as it's Mario Brothers 3.
It's gonna be hard though. It's gonna be really challenging though because, like I said, they're taking all the stages, shuffling them up in vision all the stages being thrown into a blender, shuffled up into it, and then all of a sudden just spat right back out into the
That's
game.
That's fine, as long as it's Mario Brothers 3-ish. I also want to play Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 2, the remake, and then whatever else you want to play.
You want to play some Mario for Fears? Oh, dear Lord, no.
What is it? What is it?
Kaizo Mario game for Fears.
What's that?
A really hard Mario game, Fears. Like the most hardest Mario game you could think of. Like, not even officially a one from Nintendo. Most likely just a ROM hack version where all the levels are extremely hard.
Never heard of that.
Difficult. Don't even bother trying to start Fears. It's really hard.
Is it like normal Mario, like a normal Mario game, but like on the most hardest level, or what is it?
Like think of of all the hardest Mario levels ever, like the most brutalist, like the difficulty got spiked up to an 11.
Oh shit!
With the difficulty being like a 1 out of 10, the difficulty spike being up to an 11.
The Fears Rage will be out. The Fears Rage will be out, Sega, because whenever I was a kid, the Fears Rage, I'd be calm and cool and collective, and then whenever I would die, especially at the very end, I would almost beat the entire.
And you know what, though, Fears? I've at least played a hard Mario game. Strangely enough, Nintendo made it, actually. You know what I'm thinking of?
Sega, I'm sure this happened to you. Did the Sega Rage ever come out? Like, the Fears Rage would come out, I beat the entire.
Yes, I had some. Yes, yes, I'm a 5-year. Yes, I'm a 10-year-old me had Sega Rage. When I
want to make sure, because I would play the game. I would get to the very end of like Super Mario World, and then that son of a bitch Bowser would kill me, and I would have to start the fucking game over again. And I'd be like, Mario, you motherfucker. Fuck Bowser, fuck you. And I'd have to start all the way up because I would be like run out of lives and shit. Yeah. Oh man. That was a pain in the ass. Oh my god. I think the most I ever got mad is I had to rebuy a Super Nintendo controller. I was like, you motherfucker! And I threw the Super Nintendo controller, and it smashed into a million pieces because it bounced off the fucking wall, and it made a dent in the wall.
You know what, though, Fears? I had to rebuy a Paper Mario cartridge once because one time my cousins loaned me this game. I got to the Lava Piranha Plant boss. I turned the game off so bad, I threw this at the TV, and then all of a sudden, when I tried to put it back in the system and try to play it again, the game wouldn't come on, and I'm like thinking, oh no, did I just bust a Mario? Did I just bust a Paper Mario Kart? I was able to get another run, and I had to erase all the game files off because somebody else had it before.
The Super Nintendo controller. So my brother had his controller. And I was like, God damn it, you fucking Bowser shit. And I said something like that. I was screaming. I was pissed off. And I went, fuck. And I threw the controller. It went flying through the air. It hit the side of the wall, dented the side of the wall. The Super Nintendo controller smashed into a million pieces. And that was the end of it. Then my mom came down and was like, what the hell's going on down here? She thought me and my brother were fighting. And I was like, no, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm like, just this friggin' game. And she goes, John, it's a game. Who cares? And I was like, I care. I said, and then I said, me and my brother.
Yeah. You get the term. You hear the term, right? It's just a game.
But see, to me, it wasn't a game, because me and my brother had been working on a Super Mario.
Yeah, and you know what though? I gotta be honest as well though. For me, when I was a kid, it was like this was just more than just a video game. For me, it would feel like an adventure.
It was.
Zelda, they always felt like an adventure.
And then my mom, she's a really smart lady. She goes, well, now what are you going to do, John? Now you're going to have to wait to beat the game because you can't play that game with just one controller if you and your brother are playing. So you're going to have to save up your money. She goes, I'm not buying you a new controller since you smashed it. She goes, you're going to have to use your allowance money and buy a new controller. So, which I did. But it was worth it because I wasn't pissed at my mom. I was so pissed. I was like, you fucking controller, you fucking Bowser. And I just threw it. And I'm telling you, Sega, it was like right out of a movie. It hit the wall, and that Super Nintendo controller
just smashed into a million.
It smashed into a million pieces.
It makes me think of Charlie's Angels.
I was so pissed. I was like, you fucking son of a bitch, Bowser. I'm like, and once I finally killed him, I was like, yeah, fuck you. It was great. I loved it. It was awesome. It was awesome. But Visions, I've never heard of that type of Mario, but me and Sega, if he has it, I'll play it. So I played some pretty hard levels. Like when I was a kid, what was the level in Super Mario World that was really hard? It was some castle. Bowser's castle at the end was always hard, and then I think it was castle number 4 or 5 that was really hard for me. The one where the castle kept moving up and down, and there was a lava everywhere, and you had to nip your way through or some shit. You know what I'm talking about, Visions? Like, the door would open up. It was a brown door that went da-da-da-da-da-da-da, like that. Mario go in, and then the crawl spaces were like that small, and constantly the castle kept moving. Like, it was up, you'd go, then it would try to like kill you and go down and go up. And then if you didn't jump across, then there was like lava, like in the bottom of a pit in this constantly moving castle. That was a really hard one. So whatever castle that was in Super Mario World, that one was always hard for me, and then the Bowser at the end. So yeah.
Oh yes.
It's like multiple Mario levels, kind of like the randomizer, but intended to be nearly impossible. Sega, well, there's a will, there's a way. We'll get that fucking Kazoo Mario thing that Visions is talking about.
Mario, oh yeah.
And we'll beat
you will be enraged. I can see you getting super enraged when you get to like a really impossible level.
Sega, we'll beat it. When I have the master of video games by my side, we'll beat it. Probably it'll be mostly you beating it, Sega, and then me cheering you on because I suck at video games.
Although I have remember getting a few Super Mario World ROM hacks, and there was actually a few I do like.
Don't get me wrong.
I remember playing one called Return to Dinosaur Land, and it was like the island was completely different, and the world map was something completely different. It was not the same like the original Super Mario World.
Okay.
And it was a lot of fun, and I at least and the good news is I made it to the end of the game and I actually got to Bowser at the end.
Sega, don't get me wrong, I love video games, but sometimes I'm like, I'm good at this game, I'm shit at this game. I'll give you an example, Sega. When me and Sam played, I didn't do too bad on like Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World, and Sam's like, you're really good at these fears. I said, yeah, because I grew up with these games. But then like when I was playing Dead Space with Sam, I was like, Sam, walk me through it because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Or like when we played Outlast, that's another game I want to play with you, Sega. Have you ever played Outlast?
Dude, what are you taking me for? Have you been watching my live streams on my YouTube channel?
I've watched a lot of it, Sega. I haven't caught every single live stream. I didn't know that you played Outlast.
Dude, I played both Outlast 1 and 2.
I'm telling you. Oh, I've never played 2, Sega. Is 2 just as scary as number 1?
Oh, yes.
Is it? Oh, God. Little Pig was freaking fierce out. He's walking through bloody, shitty water with, like, bloody boxer shorts on. His teeth all like this and shit. That was some creepy, scary shit. But it's a great game, though, Sega. I loved it. It was a great fucking game. His teeth were, like, making me just cringe. He was like, hey, Fears, what's going on, man? It was nuts. So what happens?
In fact, Rezzy here, who's in the chat, she had to help me get through the game as well.
So Sega, give me a 10-second version. I played Outlast 1 with Sam. What's Outlast 2 about?
Supposed to. Rezzy, could you help me out with Outlast 2 for a second? I know it's supposed to be I know you're supposed to be exploring the like a unknown place. But then there's but all of a sudden there's like flashbacks going on in the game though, where you ended up it's like a dark school in the middle of the night or whatever.
Do you go back to the insane asylum hospital like in number 1?
Sadly, no. Thankfully, there was no insane asylum hospital for the sequel though. But but trust me though, it still had some creepy moments though in the game.
Oh my God, number 1 is so creepy. That fucking doctor guy, like, he's like cleaning his doctor utensils, like in a urinal. There was all sorts of crazy shit. Walking through bloody, shitty water, and he's like naked, but he's got like an apron on. I was like, what the fuck is going on in this game? I'm telling you though, it was a fun game, but a creepy as hell game. It was nuts. It was insane. It was crazy. Oh, man. So to play Outlast 2 with Sega, that'd be bitchin'. That'd be awesome. We get some classic Fears jump scares on that one. I kid you not. Oh, yeah. So, Reza, you beat Outlast 1 and 2. Oh, nice. That's what's up. That is what's up. It's awesome. Well, I hope everybody's been enjoying the stream. I'm a little tired because, man, as soon as I got done doing the vlog and the stream last night, I only got to sleep for about 2 hours, and then I had to go into work. But it was worth it because we had a hell of a stream yesterday, and we had an epic vlog yesterday. I'm going to work on a vlog tonight before work. I don't know if it's going to be a big vlog. It may be a mini vlog, but I'll try to get something up before I go into work tonight. But I'm glad everybody loved the vlog. But yeah, Sega, where did you go? Where is he? Did he go to the bathroom? Yo, Whitney, what's up? Hello, kind sir. Well, hello, kind lady. Whitney, I did vote for you last night. I did. Yo, Sega, you're back.
Yes.
So Sega, when I come to visit at some point, we got to play Outlast 2. Because, man, Outlast 1 was nuts, buddy. It was insane.
Yeah, I do have the game on my PS5, so we could actually play the game.
Oh, that's what's up. So, if I came to visit Sega, what would we have to download? Would we have to get an emulator for all the old games that we want to play?
Mostly because, or mostly though, I do already have the emulators installed on my laptop, so we could play Mario Brothers on the emulator, though. Although I only have one controller, though, and it's a USB Super Famicom controller. It can still work for NES games, though, as well.
No, what we could do is, since you only have one controller, we would just share Sega. Like, I'd play a level, and then you'd play a level. I'd play a level, you'd play a level.
Yes, for Mario 3, we could swap between them, both of us, about playing a level at the same time. Because let's be honest, the game is going to be hard. About doing a randomizer on Mario 3, the game's going to be hard. So it's like you can do a level, I can do a level, and if one of us fails the level, we just pass to the other player.
Well, we have to get an emulator, like another emulator, because I don't know how all that crap works. But we have to get another emulator to play Sega Genesis, Jurassic Park, or could we just download it?
I'll still have to download the ROM, but I do have a Sega Genesis emulator. Strangely enough, it's actually not just a Genesis emulator. It's more like a Sega emulator. Think of the Master System, the Genesis, the Game Gear, Sega CD, 32X.
Have you ever played that game? Have you ever played the Jurassic Park for Sega Genesis? It's so good.
Sadly, no.
You know,
I know there were two versions. One was supposed to be dark and muddy. The other one was actually kind of light and cartoony.
Sega, you're the video game master. I can't believe you've never played that. I cannot believe. Oh, it's such
I've seen the angry video game play it though, but it did not seem to do it for me.
Whitney says you are the best, Fears. So sweet of you. I will return the favor. Well, thanks, Whitney. I appreciate that.
There was one on Sega CD, but it was terrible. Instead of just looking for dinosaurs, instead of looking for dinosaurs, it was a point and click kind of game.
Yeah, it sucked. I remember I didn't have it. My friend had it. I'm not talking about that one. That one's crap. That one's garbage. I'm talking about the Sega Genesis one.
Yeah.
Visions, did you ever play the Sega Genesis Jurassic Park game? If you haven't, oh man, you were missing out. That game was so good, man. It still is good. All right, Sega, are you ready for the next top 10?
I guess so.
I'll go first. I'll give you a chance to think of some stuff. It's the top 10 inventions that have been created in television and movies. So, so anything that's been invented, Sega, on TV.
I already have a few of the things going right through my head of what I could put on there.
Okay, so top 10 inventions invented on TV/movies. All right, number one, Sega, I gotta go the DeLorean time machine. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely that.
DeLorean time machine. Number two, lightsabers. Lightsabers, motherfucker.
Oh, from Star Wars.
That's right. Let's see here. I'm going to go with a force field from Star Trek. Force fields. I'm just going to put down time travel in general, Sega, because, you can't have a time machine without them inventing time travel. So, time travel. Hoverboards, Sega. Oh, yeah.
Oh, from Back to the Future Part 2. Yeah, that was probably one of the coolest things I've seen.
Hoverboard, and then Sega, also from Back to the Future 2, the hydro pizza, like the hydro maker where it would just hydrate a pizza.
Oh, yeah, it was like the size of, it would be like this big, and then all of a sudden they put it in like the oven thing, and then it would just expand out like in like
I
seconds.
don't know what it was called. I think it was called like a hydro oven or some shit. She would put in a mini pizza, and then she's like, hydrate level 4, please. And then you just hear it bubbling and churn and like churning.
Yeah,
that's a minute. She opened it up, and there was a hot, steamy pizza. So I'm gonna put down. I don't know what it was called, but I'm gonna call it the hydro oven. Hydro oven.
Actually, the TVs that they had in the movie was actually pretty cool. Remember the one where Marty McFly Jr. sits down and there's like 6 TVs, 6 different channels at once.
Oh, hello! Anybody home? Think, McFly, think. Oh, I remember Sega. It was great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the self-automating lace-up shoes, Sega.
Yes. That was pretty cool too.
Self-tied shoes. I want one of those so bad. They're called Air Mags. I want some of those so bad. You look on eBay and Amazon. Sure, Fears, you can have some for $3,000. And I'm like, I don't have $3,000. If it would have been like $100 or $200, $200, I could probably. But anytime you look on Etsy or eBay, people are selling them when they came out, and for ungodly amounts of money, Sega. All right, I need 3 more. Self-tying shoes. I'm gonna put down flying cars. Flying cars out of Back to the Future. So flying cars.
Oh no, Rezzy, we're just being a bunch of nerds right now. That's all.
Fears and Sega being.
I'm back. Did I miss something? No, we're just being a bunch of nerds, Rezzy. That's all it is.
We're definitely nerding it up. All right, let's see. Let's see. I got DeLorean, lightsabers, force field, time travel, hoverboards, hydro oven, self-tying shoes, flying cars. I need 2 more, Sega. The teleporter from Star Trek. Teleporter. Like when they energize. And then just spaceships in general, Sega. Like, there's tons of spaceships in Star Wars. There's tons of spaceships in Star Trek. Because a spaceship is an invention. So, spaceships. All right, that's mine, Sega. All right, what's yours?
I only have 5 things so far, and I'm kind of like kind of stuck in a bit of a. I'm just kind of confused as you are. Just like what do I put down on this?
Well, take your time, Sega.
I tried doing the search for TV show Inventions, and then all of a sudden it just brings up a television, film, Apple TV, and streaming television. I'm like thinking, are you gotta be shitting me? I'm talking about things I got invented in TV.
Take your time. Think about inventions and stuff that I did, like for movies and television.
Well, so far I came up with 5. Do you want a top 5 instead?
Yeah. I mean, if you think of more, Sega, let's start with 5. If you think of more, then I'll add it to the list.
All right. So far, though, I put down the DeLorean time machine, just like you. The time travel.
DeLorean. What's the next one?
Although oddly enough, though, the second one is actually from Knight Rider.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Although I also put a slash and put down car. You are part of the inferior production line.
That's a good impression.
Could you believe that was the voice actor of what was the voice actor? The voice actor of Optimus Prime, voiced in Car.
I am Optimus Prime.
Yeah, you are part of the inferior production line.
Sega, I love that.
He does that villain voice off pretty well, just like Optimus Prime.
Sega, I love Knight Rider, and I can't believe I didn't put that down on my list.
Yeah, you're missing out. That's
I love Knight Rider. I've got the whole series on Blu-ray. I love Knight Rider. All right, what's the?
I decided to also go with lightsabers as well.
Okay, lightsabers.
And the hoverboards from Back to the Future Part 2.
Nice.
And I also put down another thing from Back to the Future Part 2. Instead of them with the self-lacing shoes, though, I realized there was another thing that we see in the movie. When Marty falls in the water, he gets out, and then afterwards he hits a button, and all of a sudden the jacket automatically dries. Although when you watch the behind the scenes footage, though, they had a giant banner behind him.
Jacket.
Yeah. But strangely enough, though, when they did that scene, though, there's actually a behind the scenes shot where they had like Michael J. Fox standing behind a fan, and then right when he hit the button, they just turned on the fan and just had it blow right on his face. And of course, though, within like seconds, his jacket was dried within seconds.
So yeah,
like you feel like this afterwards, and notice, oh, I feel dry again.
Oh, hang on, Sega. Vision says, yes, my friend had a copy of that. Another friend had a copy of the Jurassic Park PC game. It was like a top-down. Oh, okay. But the best one, though, Visions, was the Sega Genesis one that me and Sega were talking about. That one's the best, in my opinion. That one was good.
But yeah, that's all I got so far. I couldn't seem to find anything else. So maybe the teleporter from Star Trek. If I was doing a top 10, that could be a number 6. The teleporter from Star Trek, Energize. Yeah, I remember that too. I remember they would always say Energize.
One second. I'll help you out with a number 7. How about the Holomax from Back to the Future?
The Holomax.
Yeah, the Holomax Theater, with Jaws.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Marty's outside the theater, and that big of a shark comes right out. And strangely enough, that was all visual effects, so they just somehow had a shot. They just somehow had Michael J. Fox scream to nothing, and then they just added the visual effects with the shark coming out and getting ready to eat him, and then Michael J. Fox gets up and he's like,
I thought it was real fake. I thought that shit was real. No, I'm just playing around. I'm just joking. All right, let's see. What else? Let me help Sega with his list. So we got Holomax. What about Airwolf, Sega, that ultimate futuristic helicopter?
I haven't seen Airwolf, although, yeah, I do remember, though, you were always talking about Airwolf all the time.
Sega, it's fucking brilliant. You have to watch it. It's so good.
What's it called? Airwolf what?
It's called Airwolf. The show is called Airwolf. And the helicopter inside the show is called Airwolf. It's so good.
Okay.
It's so good, Sega. You have to watch it. It's amazing. 4 seasons of epicness of fucking Airwolf, the future helicopter technology, motherfucker. That's right.
Yes.
It's so good, buddy. It's so good. All right, Sega. I'm going to try and give you 2 more. Let's see what else.
Just 2 more is all we need. Just 2 more. We're at number 8.
No, we're on number 9 because Airwolf is number 8.
Yeah, I know. We're at number 8 with Airwolf, so now we're at number 9.
Let's see what else. I'm gonna do a blaster out of Star Wars.
Okay.
Like Han Solo's weapon. A blaster. Let's see what else.
I actually seen a video of how they made the sound effects of the blaster too, and I thought it was actually really cool.
I got one. What about a phaser off of Star Trek?
A phaser?
A phaser.
I am familiar with the phasers. Yeah, I do know the ones from.
There you go, Sega. I helped you out with your top 10. No worries.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Sega. Real quick before I let you go, what else has been going on, buddy? What else have you been up to? What's going on?
Not much. So just enjoying streams. I'm super excited that streams are finally back. Tell
me about that. I almost forgot. So tell us, how does it feel to have streams back? What's it like having the streams back? And where have you been?
It feels good. I'm finally going right back into routine again now with streams again.
Nice. I love it. And what games have you been playing? I know you played Hogwarts a little bit.
Yeah, I was playing Hogwarts Legacy. What else did I play? I'm doing a one Pokemon challenge.
I did watch a little bit of
Guitar Hero.
Sega, remember when I called and told you while I was editing my recent vlog, I had you in the background, so I had my headphones on while I was editing, and I was listening to you play Hogwarts while I was editing.
I'm busy doing some Resident Evil 2 again as well, Fierce.
Oh, that's
And I have a giant highlight of Mr. X chasing me after I doused up the helicopter, because you douse up the helicopter after it crashes, and then Mr. X, but then you go inside the building, and Mr. X moves the helicopter out of the way, and then he starts chasing you wherever you go. And I have like a giant highlight of Mr. X coming after me, almost 30 minutes long.
Sega, please tell me you're going to upload that highlight video on your YouTube channel.
Oh wait, you want me to post that up? Like almost 30-minute long.
Yeah, Mr. X chasing you. That'd be awesome. That would be some cool content for your YouTube channel. I'm not telling you what to do.
I might put that in my year-end premiere instead, though, since you want to see it so badly. But yes, maybe I'll put it in my year-end premiere instead.
Yeah, I'm not telling you what to do,
because at the end of the year, though, Fierce, I'll tell you this right now, though, Fierce. At the end of the year, I'm doing a best of last year's highlights of the Twitch channel, and this year, though, although, yeah, I'm only having like 18 months because, like I said, after March of this year, streams went down, and I was like gone for like 6 months, just upgrading all the gear that I wanted for when streams came back. But
yes, I'm not telling you what to do. I was just giving you a suggestion. I was like, oh shit, I love fucking Resident Evil. I'm like, I hope he makes a highlight video, because I know sometimes you make highlight videos of like your Twitch casting and like the best bits, and then you put it on your YouTube channel. So I was just giving you a suggestion, buddy.
Yeah, maybe I will. Like so far though, I was kind of thinking of not doing that at first. Oh, God damn it!
Oh, I really think you should keep uploading videos on YouTube, buddy. I mean, that's just me though. But yeah. Well, it has been a hell of a stream, you guys. It's been awesome. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with the Sega Camp Gamer. I'm sorry if I missed anything in the chat, my friends. I've just been kind of hanging out with Sega. Yeah, I saw it, Richie. I don't know. I don't know about unblocking Lantern. I don't know. You know, I've heard things on both sides of the coin. I've heard that he's been set up. I've heard that he does pedo stuff. I just don't want to be anywhere near any of that shit, Richie. You know. I don't talk to Lantern. I don't talk to Matt Man. None of that shit. None of that shit. So I don't want to be associated with that in any way. No. That's just me, though. I don't know where Sega went off to. He went somewhere. Oh, there he is. Sega, I thought you went to take a nap.
No.
I'm just joking, Sega.
Why would I want to take a nap?
I know. I'm just playing around, buddy. I'm just playing around. Well, Sega,
I already took a nap before you. I already took a nap about an hour before you started your stream.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it, Sega, because I remember while I was getting ready, you wrote me and said, "Hey, Fears, do you mind if I take a nap?" And I was like, "No, Sega, go for it." I'm gonna do some laundry, and then I said I'm gonna take a shower. I said then I got some errands to do. I said when I get back, that's when we'll stream. But yeah, I was trying to beat the rain, Sega. On the way back from my errands, it started pouring down, so I had to quickly bring all. I bought some groceries, and I had to quickly bring my groceries in, put them away in the fridge and in the cupboard. Then I took a shower, and then we started streaming. So yeah. So Sega, are you streaming tonight?
No, like I said, today and tomorrow are my days off. These are the only 2 days that I have off, though. Wednesday will be the next time I stream again, and I plan to do Hogwarts Legacy this Wednesday. I finally, before the Hogwarts used to be Fridays and Resident Evil 2 was Fridays, and now I had to swap them around again for my.
So I'm just curious.
We could play Resi.
Oh, okay. So, Sega, I got a question. How long do you think it'll take you to beat Hogwarts?
A pretty long time, so I'm probably gonna be able. So probably after I finish Resident Evil 2, the streams for Resident Evil are gonna kind of be put on hold until I finish Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna do Hogwarts Legacy first, and as soon as you beat that, then you're gonna roll into Resident Evil. Nice.
Actually, no, I'm still playing both games right now, though. It's just if I finish Resident Evil 2 first, that game, I'm just gonna have Resident Evil streams on hold until I have Hogwarts Legacy finished.
I got you. So Wednesday you're gonna go back to Hogwarts.
Yes.
Sweet, buddy. Nice. Well, I'm gonna let you go, Sega, because I'm getting.
I'm looking forward to not the game after Hogwarts Legacy, but after the game I finish after Hogwarts Legacy. I'm gonna be playing Doom 2. I plan to play Doom 2, but you know what I'm playing afterwards?
What's up?
I'm playing a game that Rezi actually live streamed on her YouTube channel, and I'm looking forward to actually live streaming the game on my Twitch channel. Blue
Which one is
Reflections. It's supposed to be a modern take on Sailor Moon.
Okay. Really, Rezi? Sega's a Ravenclaw. So am I, Sega. I'm a Ravenclaw.
Yes, I have a highlight on the Twitch channel, Fears, where I enroll into Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I did like
And did you actually see what I did with my face yet? I put some freckles on my face.
I saw that, Sega. I did. No, the way I found.
I mentioned though in the video though. I will say that I do mention this in the video, the Fears though. But when I used to be a kid, I used to have a bunch of freckles all over my face, which sadly kind of faded over as I got older, though. Sadly, but yeah.
Okay, Rezi.
For the avatar, I decided bring the freckles back. I kind of.
So me and Sega are both Ravenclaws, and Rezi is a Gryffindor. Rezi, the way I found out that I was a Ravenclaw.
Actually, my girlfriend, she got in Gryffindor and then Slytherin. The second time she played the game, she played and enrolled into Slytherin, yeah.
Sega,
and I got a really cool robe too, Fears. I got this really cool robe and I'm like thinking, this looks cool. This makes this kind of matches the whole Ravenclaw getup that I have. It looks cool.
What's up?
I got this blue,
this
blue robe.
So Sega and Rezi, the way I found out that I was a Ravenclaw, Sega, a couple of years ago, my friend on Facebook sent me a link and said, "Hey, Fears, if you take this quiz, you can find out what class you're in." So I clicked on the link, did this Harry Potter quiz, and I found out that I'm a Ravenclaw. That's how I found out. That's how I found out that I was a Ravenclaw. So, Sega, when did you find out that you're a Ravenclaw?
Well, actually, before I started the game, I wanted to be in Ravenclaw because, strangely enough, though, I actually did another one on Habbo Hotel before, a long time ago, actually. I played this Hotel Habbo Sim thing before. It's called Habbo Hotel. I just said it out loud.
Okay.
But it said that they had like this virtual dice block number thing, though, and somehow, though, the number rolled up to me being in Ravenclaw, and that's how it all started.
Well,
and
Sega,
that's why I wanted to be in Ravenclaw in the first place.
So, Sega, when you play the Hogwarts game, do you get to select which party that you're in, or do they randomly select it for you?
Sort of though. Like right after, like they give you a bunch of questions, and you can actually and if you actually look up the questions online, you could actually find out what house you could actually enroll yourself into.
Oh, okay, all right, I got you. Nice.
Like so far though, they only give you like 2 questions, and then right afterwards, they can decide about what house you're gonna be in. Although, if you also are not happy with the house that you want, and you were like looking for like going to be in like all of a sudden you were Ravenclaw, but you want to be in Gryffindor, you can still change your answer to Gryffindor.
Oh, that's what's up. That's awesome.
Rezi, the first time she played the game, picked an ambition, and then it ended up making her be in Slytherin, and she's like, "What? No, I didn't want to be in Slytherin." She's like, "What? No, I didn't want to be in Slytherin." And she finally changed the house to be Gryffindor.
One of the greatest scenes out of the movie is the selecting hat scene out of the movie, and he's like,
"Oh yes." I was actually thinking that too. This Harry very questionable indeed. But where to put you? And then he's like, not Slytherin. Not Slytherin.
Let the master of movie quotes take you through this. Not Slytherin. Not Slytherin. Not Slytherin. Slytherin, you say. Are you sure? You could be great, you know. It's all here. You have some talent, but where to put you? Not Slytherin. Are you sure? And he's like, better be Gryffindor. I almost got it. It wasn't perfect, but it was almost perfect.
Actually, maybe I could try it. Like, but put it back on me for a minute.
You try it, Sega. I got it close. You try it.
Not Slytherin, eh? Are you sure? You could go on to being great things, no doubt about it. Are you sure? Well, better be Gryffindor.
I think that was word for word, Sega. 10 out of 10, my friend.
Thank you.
I think that was word for word. Nice. I liked it. So yeah. I got about a 9 out of 10. Sega got a 10 out of 10. Well, Sega, I'm going to let you go, buddy. I'm getting kind of hungry. I haven't had any lunch. All I've had is these strawberries all day.
I haven't eaten anything at all today, so maybe I better start thinking of some supper, perhaps.
Well, then I gotta start working on a vlog because the fans loved the vlog yesterday, and I'm trying to get the vlogs out faster and faster. So anyway, well, thanks, Sega. I'm gonna give you. Go ahead and plug whatever you want. Plug the streams.
Okay, make sure to follow the Sega Gamer 22 on Twitch. I got the hoodie on. There's the name.
Nice. Be sure to follow the Gamer.
This Wednesday, I'll be playing Hogwarts Legacy. Thursday, I think I'm going to be going back to my one Pokemon challenge, though. I'm leveling up a Pidgey right now, Fears. I'm raising a Pidgey on my own.
Nice.
But right now, though, I got the 3rd gym badge out of the way. The most annoying gym leader out of the whole game. Everyone used to not like the 3rd gym leader. At least I got past the 3rd gym leader. Although I will say I did die a few times, so a lot of trial and error had to happen when I was playing the game.
Oh, there you go. Well, follow Sega on YouTube at the Sega Camp Gamer and Werecam. Follow him on the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. And Sega, you have a good rest of your day, buddy.
Yep, I'll see you later, Fears.
Later. Peace out, Sega. Well, thanks a lot for my friend Sega for coming on. What a hell of a show. We've been going for an hour and 36 minutes. Always a pleasure hanging out with Lord Sega. And we did a lot of top 10s, but sadly, Fears has to skedaddle because I need to take a shower. I need a nap because I'm tired. I had a nap when I got home from work. I got up. I had some bacon, and I had some eggs, and I had 2 glasses of orange juice. And then I went all day without eating nothing else except for this. So I need to get some lunch. And then I'm going to start editing another vlog. And I'm going to try to get, if not 2 vlogs out tonight, at least 1 vlog. We'll see how long it takes me to edit the next one. But Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Don't forget to check out Girl Gamer Resi on YouTube. Check out the Sega Camp Gamer and Werecamp on Twitch and on YouTube. Follow Randall, Lord Randall, at Cameo Man 2021 and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. And last but certainly not least, follow Fears, Lord Fears, at Fears Vlogs, what you're watching right now. Follow me on Twitter, FearsMan26. Follow my Instagram, FearsMan26. And follow me on that TikTokage at FearsMan26. All right, this is Fears, signing off. Peace, deuces, and I'll see you guys later. Goom! All right, bye.